He was a millwright. He worked about 37 years midnights as a millwright out to Ford's. And he loved his work, and of course he did retire from Ford, and then he lived about 12 years after that and passed away back in '74. A millwright is a person that when the machines are operating, they have nothing to do. But when the machines break down, they come out and they fix them. And also a millwright, when they're doing a changeover, millwrights are working around the clock practically. But he was it's one of the skilled trades, and they have gangs, and these men are very knowledgeable and very productive. When something breaks down, they've got to get it back up, and that's what a millwright does. And then she established the first block club in the city of Detroit there on 28th Street. And that's got the whole city going with these block clubs. So she was president of the block club. She finally decided 28th Street, she helped organize 28th Street itself, that little block between McGraw and Cobb, and got all the people together. And then they started having these meetings, coming to my house and the Clavon's house next door and Mr. Hood's house up there. And it was a club to keep the neighborhood up, to keep it from going down. And back in that time, I guess, you could get money was made available through the government to keep some of these homes up, and people could actually, but they had to get together and they had to petition to get the money to make the homes. But it was a very close-knit neighborhood, and as you know, the whole West Side basically was like a family. You knew everybody, so they would talk, and then the other blocks would begin looking at 28th Street, and then they'd start forming their block clubs, and it just kind of radiated out. And now it's very prominent throughout the whole area right now. I've realized that those businessmen were a great inspiration in those neighborhoods. The business of America is business. And in order to make some money in America, you've got to go into business. And these people were business people, and they would work with us young kids, and it would train us in the atmosphere of business to want to excel, to become business people. Mr. Campbell was one of my big inspirations with Campbell's Drugstore. They had that drugstore there, and my godfather, Mr. Simpson, with his business. But business makes this country go around, and very inspirational. The Simpsons were our godparents. His name was Felix. I'm named after him. My sister's name was Etna Lucille. She was named after Mrs. Simpson. Mrs. Simpson her parentage was from Belgium. Mr. Simpson was from Indianapolis. And of course, they were a black and white couple, but they practically raised us. We were 8 kids next door. They had no children. They adopted us completely. Many times when our dog would go into the dog pond, Mr. Simpson would get it out. We break their windows, and Mr. Simpson never said a word. He'd always get the windows fixed. And I worked with Mr. Simpson in the backyard, raising his flowers. And so around my house right now, I have a lot of flowers based upon working with him. But he was a tremendous role model. Never heard him swear. Never said an unkind word to me. Mrs. Simpson was like another mother to me. In fact, I would eat at home and then go over there and eat with him when he came in from the shop. Mrs. Simpson was white. Mr. Simpson was a very, very dark man. He was black. Well, I tell you, if you've ever seen a love situation, that was a love situation. He worshipped her, and she worshipped him. And what a couple. And they both ran that shop up on Milford. And everybody knew Mrs. Simpson. Everybody knew my godfather, Mr. Simpson. And her family her sisters would come once in a blue moon to come visit him. But they kind of disassociated themselves from Mrs. Simpson. She didn't seem to mind because she had the whole family, our family, and the other families in the neighborhood. It was just, never thought anything about it. Well, in Wingert, I often tell my kids that when I was going to Wingert, up until the fourth grade,